It is Sunday, the 18th of July, 8:37. And Willow's up and almost ready to go. I got a wee harness on. Forgot to put your harness on, Willow. We're in Redburn Country Park. Redburn Country Park, aren't we, pet? I didn't put your harness on. What did I do? I lifted it down, but what did I do with it? Is your harness on you, is it? No, but what do we do with your harness, your health and safety? You can't go without your health and safety. You see, you think in a wee caravan you wouldn't lose nothing. I'll tell you, you can lose stuff. There it is there. I knew I lifted it. Going on your wee health and safety? Aye, look at doing a stretchy now. Like, oh, aye. Do your stretches and twirls and everything, come on. Get your health and safety on, you know. Lift your wee leg. Lift your wee leg. So it wouldn't be the quickest of putting a harness on. Right. Oh, Redburn Country Park! Right, well, it doesn't really like Redburn Country Park. But, obviously, so do the lower bit. So it's not interested in climbing up mountains. I need a hat, though. Need a hat. Bright sunshine. We're in the trees today. It's to be cooler today. Yesterday was Northern Ireland's hottest day ever. Now, it wasn't the hottest day ever for us because we were at the coast, but then it never is, because I wouldn't have Willow at the house on the hottest day. I always go to the coast. I always go on the trees. But so it still means it was still our hottest day, because we're still not used to it. I'll lift this up now, because it won't look like I'm camping then, because I'm not staying here. That's an old people's home there. The fire alarm went off at 2 o'clock last night. 2 o'clock in the morning, the fire alarm went off. I don't know what the residents done. The fire alarm was going for a good 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I was expecting the fire brigade to come up here. Normally I'd park over there, but don't know why. Everybody seems to. I rode here last night, there was a car there. Then after that, and there's another car there. I used to come here years ago. This was gravel. It was only used for horse boxes. There's a height barrier going into Redburn Country Park to stop high-side vehicles. Not everybody knows about this wee spot. I have my wee secret spots, like, and I wouldn't want a whole pile of motorhomes to arrive here. But if somebody wants to try and study on Google Maps where I am, they can do. But basically, Palace Barracks is over there and the airport. The airport was shooting off big bangers last night just to scare the crows up to 12 o'clock. She doesn't like rockets, but when she hears the bangs, she's expecting to get rockets. But sorry, after 12 o'clock it stopped. I just kept music and all going up to 12 o'clock. That's what, well, that old people's home is. That would have been the original big house, Redburn Country Park, on that site. Your man had a zoo and everything. Why had a zoo? So you could do your thing. If you had money in them days, you could do what you want. This is the walled garden belonging to the house here. There's very little remains. And now man's shed have got it. And they do men's thing, and that's why it's all wee kiddies things. These men have all got wee grandchildren and all apparently, like. But there's some good stuff here. But like, it's not ideal when you're wild camping and you got a dog. It was better. I haven't seen no wee ones here, but looking around here now, like, every one of them things has been used. The place is packed. Up the ferry post and all that there, and they're all in it, like. Some good stuff, but some good stuff. Look at that there for a hotel. Look at that for a hotel. But half the while they don't use it, like, it's spoiled. They should be coming here. Is this not, if you were a wee Wayne now, like, would you not like to come in here? Look at that, look at that. I haven't seen half this stuff, it's all changed. So this is about the only man shed I know that actually do things. You know, these men's sheds, they might do a fryer pot. But this is some proper stuff here, like. Look at that. I had to show you this wee shed down there. It is brilliant. Ah, look at that now. Now that is good there. That is good. A doggy tree trunk. I say the wee winds are put the tap of that like a rocking horse. They're probably disappointed when it doesn't rock. But you can still climb on it. Oh fuck, look where she's going. Oh, one of all the places, like. All the places. This is why dogs get banned, pet. This is why dogs get banned. You could have done it, you know. She's just out of the caravan, like. No, I don't agree on that now, like, she no need to do it in gravel. Well, it doesn't do it in gravel. She's just, this Holly's now, well, it's the heat of watch, but she's The ice is just going all sorts of places. We're going back to this bun now, Pet. Go back to this bun. Lucky enough, it's easy to pick up there. The gravel's loose. No, but if she wants to really go to these places, she needs to control that out. She's never gone that quick in the morning. And it's not even diarrhea, it's a proper one, like. But like the dual carriageways down there, everybody's running to the airport, they're all in a rush. And they don't know what's on their own doorstep. Hollywood's men shit. They don't know what's on their own doorstep. I know other towns have got men's sheds, but you never see anything they've done. Look at that there, we better bark it off for the insects. Come on now, walk. We doorway, a wee wonder there. A wee tunnel up here. See, that's pretty cool there, like. That is cool. That's like a bit of an out trampoline. That's a piece of trampoline there. That's what that is. They have got a trampoline and put it sideways. Is that imagination or what? Everybody else has tried up these out trampolines and leaving them out for the council to pick up. No puppies in there. That's good. No puppies in there means puppies are allowed out here. Look, wee drums and all. Look at that. Look at that. Wee wake and bang away there. Hang on. This is all new here. This is all new. What way would not like to come here? Look, wee letterbox and everything. Look, a wee clock. Oh, look at the clock. The clock's got wee things in it too. This is brilliant now, like. Wee houses and all. If I was away, I'd love to be here. That's the original garden. And here's the difference now. During the week I seen Japanese knotweed. And the boys stood up with a strimmer. They found Japanese knotweed in this formal garden. And look at the fence they put up. That fence has cost thousands. And they have sealed the whole garden off. But this knotweed is so... it destroys everything. There's a little greenhouse there. But how did it get to this garden? Somebody must have brought it on their feet. But just in the public, just put a wee sign up. There's part of the original fence. That is part of the original fence belonging to the estate. So they've salvaged that wee bit. You see that there's not welded, like. That's made by a blacksmith. Wee trails going off there, but I've got to show you this wee greenhouse. This greenhouse is one of the first things they've done. It is absolutely brilliant. And it's been here now a couple of years and hasn't gone green with algae. I just knows, what's this here? Hollywood men's shed, event shelter. Look at that, look. If I was away, I would love that, like. I would love that. Wee dumper trucks and everything. Look, wee diggers. Who would not want that? Wee girls and all, I think you're playing that. Is that not a brilliant wee shed there? Made of bottles. With a bamboo rod stuck out. They cut the bottom of the bottle, Coke bottles, and slot one into the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bottles high. 11 bottles high. So you give an idea how much Coke you have to drink? 1, 2, 14 bottles wide. 11 by 14. You had to drink a bit of Coke, like, that's for one panel. But they probably got them from recycling banks and stuff. And look, recycling the water. Brilliant job. I'd have to give them 5 stars out of 5. I've never seen nothing like it. Because they're not going out buying all brand new stuff. They're using logs, they're using stuff that's around them. That there, the Tannis Timber's new. But that's near the start. Well, we're going to go down this way now. Look at the oil tank. Well, what can you do with an oil tank? People are trying to get rid of them. What have they done with an oil tank? Oh, they made a tunnel. They made a tunnel with an oil tank. Well, we're going down this way, Pet. I say, Willow's not too keen on this park. And this park belongs to the Northern Ireland Environment Agency. if they own anything, it's good. It's not like the forestry. The forestry is commercial. They only exist because they have to. They don't want to exist. And as soon as they can pay somebody off in retirement, they're happy. As soon as they can do away with 2 of the tree sites, they're happy. As soon as the council takes over stuff, they're happy. The main thing they want to do is get rid of everything. What up here, well, that day will take you down there to local houses and cemetery. And believe it or not, although I'm in a country park, well, I don't want to have shadow, prefer going down there. But I want to go up and show you this. What up this way, well? You can't get into the garden now because of this knotweed. But part of the resident ruins now installed in place. It was actually a gate. You're not getting near the gate now. There's the airplane. That's how close you are to the airport. Japanese knotweed. There's the house looked like there. There's the garden. It's over there. Arthur Street, that must be Belfast. DeVille Park, Belfast. Anybody know that? The boy in this house has done it here. He had a zoo, 1912, 1920 a zebra, 1931. I know he had a lion up here as well. No, he had a bear. He had a bear, wasn't a lion. And the bear pit was up there. You wouldn't think it was a bear pit. It's just a lump of rock cut out from a cliff, and then they would have had a front on it. So it wasn't much to life for a bear. They have fixed that wall up. That is new railings put in. They have put new railings in, the same as the original, but they're welded. They have put replica railings in. Because a lot of the old railings are missing. There's still some bits. I hope they have left 1 or 2 of the original bits. They replaced the whole lot. They repaired some of the brickwork. And like you see these here, they're on the other side. They're meant to be seen from the inside. Now it could be because they have to screen that off and keep people out. They probably thought, well, it's just as handy to replace the railings. That's going to last, because this Japanese knotweed, it's not going away. They have fixed that up. And pillars have all been patched up as well. I'm trying to look now to see where the old bits are. I haven't done a while lot to it. And you see that's the original stone there, the wee chips and all that. The main problem with this park here, which you can see in front of you, it's all hills. It's all hills, all climbing. When you get up to the top, there's confusion when you go to the left or the right. Brilliant views of Belfast Harbour and the airport. You can see into there. You can see into the Palace Barracks Army Camp. See all the lorries and Land Rovers all lined up. Brilliant view. Ships going in and out. But it's not the matter just going up high. I think you go up and you turn to, oh, see it there, like wee bit of measuring gone wrong there. Somebody measured the height of the wall, you see, and he took the measurements in. The wall's so high. And the boy, oh, I'll put that there. But look, you see, because the boy who made that wasn't here. He's never seen the place. He's just got a wee sketch, and he did what he's seen. I got that's couple of angles, that's a bit of a rough job there now. He didn't even cut it straight. So you wouldn't have got that in the olden days. The olden days, the blacksmith, he would have spent time straightening that off. Not there straight, because that's the factory cut. If I was buying a fence, I wouldn't be happy with that. That hadn't even been filed or nothing. They're all the same. You know what's probably happened there? I'll tell you what's happened there. You know what happened there, Will? No, that's the same, right? No. That's not as bad then now. That's been cut. I reckon that fence panel was too big. Too long, it didn't fit. So the boys had to cut it here. See the paint splashed on the top? It's too long. So the boys made it right. But when the boys who measured didn't measure it right. So hey boys, that's not going to fit. That's not going to fit. What do you do? Oh, shove that, get the angle. Ain't got an angle around there, Paddy. Just cut it off. When you get home, we're not getting paid to stand around here, like. We cut off an angle around there. But see, the measuring's important, like. But you ever see these boys? See, there's all new there. You ever see these boys build these bridges? Could be a quarter mile long. Jack them in with a crane on the bolts that's been smelted in 6 months earlier, and the thing fits. Maybe a wee tap with a wee hammer, like, and it fits. You wonder how they do it. These railings, by the way, are not straight. There's a curve to them. The wall curves. So it wouldn't be a handy job now. See, they patched wee bits of the wall up. That's real neat, isn't it? See, I like all this kind of stuff. I notice the detail. And they made that hole there a bit too big. See, water's going to get in there now. Frost is going to get in there, and it's going to break that stone. Now, you see here now, they put this fence up now. So that's interesting there. Even though they got them railings, they think people might try and climb them, and they put a second fence in there. But it shows the difference between councils and stuff. That I can't remember the name, and Dun Arm, I don't know. There's that many of them around the coast road. Your boy has strummed the knotweed with a strummer. The Republic of Ireland will stick in a wee plastic sign saying to avoid. And the Northern Ireland Environment Agency, those are the lengths they go to stop the spread. Now there might only be a wee patch away in the middle. And the chance of somebody being near it was slim, but it got there. So the fact it got there means somebody must have walked there and spread it there. And the chances somebody might walk there again and spread it. This path didn't exist. This was only dug out for the diggers to get this fence in. Obviously they didn't want to put the diggers in the inside where the knotweed was. So they had to channel us out here to get the diggers in to put the fence in. But now people start using it as a path. There's been no gravel on the highlight, but people are just naturally starting to use it. If you're fit, I used to come here with my 2 dogs, and I'd have walked most of it. And when you get up that hill, it's worth the view. But it is all hills. Look at the steps. See that there? That's ancient there, like. That is ancient. They might come out of their big garden. See, well, we're going to have to do this. Well, we are going to have to do this. We mightn't get very far. Them's not the concrete. Them is proper stone. Now, maybe the wee path doesn't go anywhere now. Well, imagine the ones in the big house, the young ones come up here for a wee snog, like with the boyfriends and all. And they try and get away from all the servants. Come on up here for a wee snog. You see, to me, the fact that this path was used by them, I would have kept this open. You see, we're not going to get much further than that. Yeah, them roots wouldn't have been there. They have grew since. I think that's the path up there. But they should have kept this open. You know, there could be ghosts walking this path at night. Wall's not coming up, ain't you not, pet? Doesn't matter, pet. It's nice and cool in here so far. I'm going to go to Redburn Country Park. There's streams there. There's no streams here. There's a couple of wee waterfall things that'll be flowing probably 3/4 of the year. They're going to be dried up today. And they're right walked before you get to them. Not very forced wee willow up there. We'll go down to this, this is the main car park down here, where the day visitors will come in a car. There's a height barrier on it. and it's also on a hill. So when you arrive at the car park, you're made aware that it's a hill. The moment you get out of the car, you'll be climbing. So the only climbing you don't do is the wee walks you want to do this morning. It's not really, it's probably another laneway into the house. They would have went travel from their house, and that's how they were. These boys have 2 or 3 gate lodges and like. The cemetery and all is probably originally their land. There was a high school down there that's been knocked down. And a lot of people take the dogs in there to walk the dogs. And Willow would probably like to go in there too, although it's exposed to the sun. But it makes you wonder, we're in a country park. You think they'd want to be in a country park, instead of that they want to go into a knockdown school. But the other dogs are there, they've peed there, and they're interested in the snuffs of the pee. Right, probably, Willow's not snuffing here, you see. The locals can't be bothered coming up here, they just take the dogs out to the closest field. We'll just go up and you see the car park. We'll go up this way because might be somebody watching the video plate who wants to see this. To give you an idea where you are, Palace Barracks is straight opposite the entrance. So the security boys there might give you an odd look. And the thing that surprised me one time, I came out one and I wasn't expecting it. I came out and the security boy in front of the barracks was dressed in black, not an army uniform, dressed in black with a machine gun. So the army don't guard their barracks, it's a private crowd guard the barracks, but they have machine guns. Now, I don't know, I think I'd be happy with a soldier guarding it. The man looked, black. You always see him on phones, like, these boys dressed in black mean stuff. And he was looking at me, like, as I was coming in the caravan. Like, I'm sure he's already typed in my registration already when he seen me going on. Done all his checks. He was straight opposite the barracks at the entrance. And when he was looking at me, you got eye contact looking at me, I gave him a wee wave, he didn't wave back. He looked mean, like. He probably thought I was up to something, like. But, what do you see now, look. There's the car park down there. There you're met by a hill. So basically you're walking up that hill. If you go up that way, it's a killer hill. If you go up that way, it's a half killer hill, at least a killer hill. But either way, it ends up there. I say the main problem is not so much the hill climbing. If you've got a young dog and you can do the odd hill, like, climbing a hill is good for you, but it's not good for Willow, she'll get a heart attack. If you've got a young dog and all, get up there, brilliant view. And you don't have all the prams and stuff up there. So it's a good place for a dog. There's a wee car park now. That's the old people's home in there. Set on the grounds of the former Deville estate, the country park is rich in history and wildlife. Follow the steep woodland paths, so that you're told from the start, follow the steep woodland paths carved into the hill to discover Redburn's hidden secrets. Beech trees, bridle path. See, that's why I'm actually in the car park for the horse boxes. Curlew, wall garden, you can't get in there now. But the wall garden, there was an old gate and all still in there, and it was half sunk into a tree. The tree had grown round the gate, rambling through the seasons and all that. Here you are now, look. Difficult. You got yellow and black. Yellow is moderate, black is difficult. Easy path don't exist. There's no easy paths in here. Entrance, exit. That's the only easy way you're going to walk. Going by that now. Suitable for wheelchairs. So coming in the main gateway and in here, suitable for wheelchairs. Other than that, there's nothing suitable for wheelchairs in that whole place. There's another entrance down the road, but there's a height barrier. And it's a wee narrow path, and you're climbing a hill as well. Hold on, I'm mixed up. Wheelchairs is not even here. We're over here. That's where we are now. So that entrance there's nothing here for wheelchairs. There's another entrance down there. See the steps? Show steps. So it's not worth the hassle. Because it's only one way in, one way out. There's height restriction bars on both sides. So you're better off coming in here. At least you can explore a wee bit. I'm up in here. See, there's blue parking. That's here. I'm in the orange parking. Bridal car park. Come on now, honey. Lots of times when I go somewhere, I'll stop off at places and check them out. With no intentions of walking them. I want to check them out to see if I can do it some other time. So when I first came here, it was in the car. Come into the car park. I'm not going to get the caravan in here. You take a walk about and then you find the other car park. See it in the sat nav. Carry the sat nav in your hand. But I walked that other path right out to the other one with the barrier. So you do a lot of walking and find nothing. But then when you find something, sit into the sat nav and then you can redo the steps. Now I wouldn't park there all day, because you may have people come in with horse boxes who want to go and take the horse out. So I'm not using it as a campsite. I arrived last night about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I think it was 10 o'clock I arrived. Oh, no, it was about 9:30. I got my dinner last night at 10 o'clock. That's the time I got my dinner. It was too hot earlier, and then when it cooled down, I was walking her. We were way late last night. So the whole way along here, it's just hills. Plenty of buns and stuff. No toilets. IKEA is about 5 minutes drive. You wouldn't walk there. But if you're driving, you get the Joe Carriageway. In 10 minutes at most, IKEA. When I leave here, I actually go through Hollywood. That's the way I'll go when I'm leaving, because I'm going towards Bangor. I've another wee secret camping spot in Hollywood. You always need another place to go, like. So if this one wasn't suitable last night, I could have went to Hollywood. Now that barrier's a brave height. So if you're coming in with a high side vehicle, it's higher that side than that side. The road's higher here. So the height of this barrier, because people will be interested in this, well, they'll be interested. It doesn't say, but it's brave and high. It's brave and high. It's a lot higher than me. It's higher than most barriers. You would get most vans in here. Most vans could get in. Brave and high that side there. Like, I'm standing here now. I'm level with that underneath that wee branch. So that's the height of a man there. So it's a pretty high barrier, but it's not as high on that side. So if you might chance it, so you're not, it's too steep a hill anyway. That's the main road entrance down there. Right, well, we're going back this way now. So I'd imagine now, where that old people's home is, that's where the original house sat. Because a lot of times you don't get plan permission unless there's been a house there before. You wouldn't get plan permission to stick a house in the middle of a wood. But because the other house probably burned down or whatever, or they'd probably bought it and then demolished it to build that. The planes don't keep you waking. And if you were to come here but late some night and there's nobody here and they find all the motorhomes, don't start crowding up. Why motorhomes start crowding other motorhomes? It's okay for solo people. If you come in, nobody there, you stay the night, move off, go into IKEA somewhere, watch the planes, and then you come back the next day if you want to. But don't come in twos or threes and start jamming up the car park, or they'll put a barrier up here too. Because as it is now, when I go down to the Republic of Ireland, they have barriers everywhere. And it's not the matter of camping, I can't get parked to see anything. If you're coming here now in the motorhome and you're past the airport, call up here, park up here, walk around the woods, come back and go away. You don't have to camp here. It allows you to stop. Then you can go into Hazelbank Park. If you've got a dog, you go to all these parks, you have access to them, which you won't have in the Republic. But if people start camping in every single bit of land there is, they put height barriers up. Not only does it stop you camping, it stops you visiting. And in Skilling, they put a sign up, no motorhome parks. No motorhome parking. There's over 30 camper vans the last time I was there. A man has lost his head and put a sign up. For years I camped there with no bother. But with this year now in lockdown, everybody is all cloaked. And what happens then, the last time I was there was 2 motorhomes who had the awnings up, and the awnings joined, they must have been related. The awnings joined together to make a big canopy, and they had a fire lit underneath the canopy. And this is a car park. They've got the barbecue out, they've got a pit fire out, they've got the deck chairs out. They go too far. And then your man then puts up a sign. But luckily for him, he has a barrier, he could easily close it. He hasn't closed the barrier. So it means I can still call in and stop during the day. That's all, you know, you need to really stop during the day. Don't know, to be bothered down that lane. I think we're going to Redburn now, will I? She wanted to walk down this lane here. We'll see if she wants to walk down this lane. I don't want to go too, she's nice and cool now. She's not a fan of Redburn. I love Redburn. Redburn is a wee park and has everything, but we'll talk about that when we get down there. It's like a wee box of mug tray. You've got a wee bit for everybody. Well, you're getting way warm. I think we'll go back to the car now, Pep. We'll go back to the car and we'll go down to Redburn. And Redburn's got a wee stream. They've got a wee stream, so they have. And you go and get a wee dabble, a wee toes. Sure want to go to the beach at Redburn, Scrounge. Come on, we'll go back to the car, Pep. Oh, you want to eat some grass? Oh, you eat your grass. Do you want to eat some grass, Pep? See, that's what I'm going to do. Come on down here. Come on down. There's grass down here. That's probably why she wants to go down and eat the grass. I always wanted one of them as a wheel. Never had one like. I'd love one of them as a wheel. Or a wee tractor, something you could pedal. Never had one, Walt. So this would have been one of the original ways in to the big estate. Another wee tip as well, I've never checked here, but if you were coming past and you were camping, like I get my water in Hazelbank. I love Hazelbank parks, nice wee small parks, but a lot of cemeteries have water taps. There's a boy down there in a caravan. It might be a bit of a rough job, he's hand painted it and stuff. I think I've seen that caravan somewhere. Where did I see that caravan? And that's what gives caravans a bad name. They camp in all sorts of places. Where did I see that caravan? What's it? It's not every caravan's painted blue and green now. If we go to this shady spot now and see if she gets a wee bit to eat here now. Grass is all very long. Right, some of that grass there, well, that grass any good? Plane ticket off. Where is it? Where is it? There it is, there. Ryanair. See, that's all council houses there now. Well, there as far as this our schoolyard. I'm not going to go around it today. There's another lane goes down the far side of it, an old lane. That's also came from this park, would have been part of the country estate at one time. Loch, well, have they pumped water out for wee puppies? You're not going to drink it, but no, that'd be too handy. That's nice though. I think I've seen that caravan at Port Rush. See the green around the window and the blue roof. Must have had a wee bit of leaks and stuff and patched it up. We must live up here. See, people are desperate for caravans now this year. You just can't get a good one. See, I would say if you're in that cemetery, I would say that we tap on there. And sometimes cemeteries have toilets. Well, you're overdoing it. That's two today. Two. As long as they're normal, I don't mind. But if he gets a third now, it could be a spoon job. So no third for a couple of hours, will it? Well, it's very easy to pick up her poo. Very easy. Doesn't leave a mark. You see that wee building there? I don't know, I've never done. Oh, that's toilets there. So if you were camping up there and you want toilets, come to the cemetery. Look how short of a walk it is. The dogs aren't allowed in the cemetery, like. So that's the meaning, just scouting around. Usually when I went to toilets, I always went down to IKEA. All nice clean toilets in IKEA. And that caravan was down in Port Rush. Pretty rough job, like. But he did out in the road, like. Trees uprooted in this area, well, no dogs allowed, you see. And the forest goes right round the cemetery. No drinking, no littering, assisted dog only. We're now as far as the school grounds and we'll turn around. You'll probably see her wanting to go on. But they knocked down all these schools and they don't do nothing. Like I said, there's no wee sign up saying land for sale. You think some developer would want to put all the pair of houses in there? This would be prime estate here. Close to Hollywood, close to the airport, close to the cemetery. You've got it all here. There, a wee puppy willow. Going for a wee more walk, stopping there. How then? I was talking to that man with a wee black dog there for the last 20 minutes. And that's the thing, when you're out on your own, you get people to talk to. I was a primary school in there. And the numbers of people, used to be all the army children used to go to it. People in this estate here, and the army children used to go to it. And the numbers dropped off. And that's why they ended up closing it. But now they're going to put a new secondary school in there. 15 years in the planning. And they're saying about the cemetery wanted half the land. They want to extend the cemetery, but the education board wouldn't sell it to them. So sometime we'll come back here. There's a big secondary school in there, and the wee doggy walking path will be gone. The only thing is you'll still be able to walk around it, the wee lane on the far side. But you won't be able. It'd be nice if they had a wee path between the cemetery and the school, to allow people who walk it right now to continue the walk around the perimeter fence. But all the years I had to walk well around that, he's walking his wee dog around it. And dogs like to walk where other dogs walk. But I don't want to puff her out so early in the day. She's in there, look, she's happy in there now. A wee bit of snuff. Yeah, now she's got a wee bit of grass. There's very little grass around worth eating. It's all dying and all, like I said, it's too long, it's all dying. And she wants a wee bit of nice grass, but she just can't find it. When she's finished in there, we'll go up to the car again. I'm curious to check out them toilets on there. You think toilets in there wouldn't be used too much? They could be nice and clean. Either that or they're going to be very, very old Victorian things. Well, the ceramics all cracked, the glaze is all cracked, it's been there since the 40s. And there's a wee water tap in there. You think the water tap would be on the side of the toilet block? Toilet block's down at the top. They've got disabled toilets in there too. You see, the thing with us, even if you're going past this way in the airport, this is not far off the dual carriageway. It's always handy to know those toilets. When people get older, they have to go more often. So if you look up for, what do you actually call a cemetery, Will? It's just something you can save in your sat navs and stuff. There's something I see why people put cling film on their acrylic windows. Bad job, bad job. You don't put acrylic you don't put cling film on acrylic windows. It damages the windows. But people, they put it on so they don't get stone chips. Keep them clean. I think a wee bit of cling film does a good job. It doesn't. The chemical reaction with the acrylic, and the acrylic can break. That's not Ryanair, we call the Free State airline, Aer Lingus. Aer Lingus plane taking off there. See, probably Aer Lingus, there's not many people flying from the Republic with this COVID. They must have brought a few extra planes up here, and then the ones in the Republic come up here. So the same people taking off in the same planes, but different place, they don't have to do the COVID test. When you look at Google Maps what the cemetery that is, there's no sign. The sign must be in the bottom of it. I didn't think of looking. Here's a sign here. No name of the cemetery. Closed at 4 o'clock. September, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock now. Oh well, I suppose they don't want you in there when it's dark. But you think the ones in the forest park would put a wee sign, toilets, quarter mile down this way. So anybody going to the forest park doesn't have any toilets. Well, there you are now. It's not far from the car park. She's found a wee bit of grass now, but unfortunately it's under the baking hot sun. Really hot down here. Suppose you couldn't find a wee bit over there in the shade. I suppose that's why the grass is growing here. Willow has spent the last 20 minutes eating grass. She's about to bulk up now, and even that's going to take 2 or 3 minutes. She's ready for dinner. But that's when you take a wee stroll down a wee lane. You meet a neighbour, chatting for 20 minutes, another 20 minutes with her bulking up. There's 40 minutes. Meanwhile the sun's getting hotter. And that's why you can't plan things. I can't say to the world, you can't eat grass now. We have to be such a place. Local persons telling you the history of something you're interested in. You don't want to say, oh, I have to go now. Well, my wee tummy better now, pet? Is the wee tummy a wee bit better? Don't know if she's finished yet. She's finished now. You want me to rub your wee tummy? Everything's nice and clean out nice. Just nice clean grass. Nothing in it, but oh, it makes you feel better. She's eating far more grass than what my other 2 pups ever did. And she eats it for longer, and she takes longer to be sick. And you, honey, I suppose a wee throat nose different. Well, we're going to the shade now, into the shade. You're going to burn up there. Like, why she's already eat that grass there, like. But a woman walked past with her dog, and she said her dog was eating in the very same spot yesterday. So that must be prime grass there, that wee spot. I think that's too short and dry. Other stuff there's too long. It's too long, they can't eat it. No point in trying to eat something like that there. They can't eat that straggly thing. But that stuff there, just right there, well. Feel how cool it is in here now, well. See, the grass can't grow in here then because there's no light. She is sweating out eating that grass. I'm going to put water down the caravan. I'm going to skip down there to them toilets. I haven't used toilets since I left the house. Them ones there look pretty clean. I'm going to try that. They're not clean, I use the toilet. But I reckon the amount of people that go to a cemetery are not used very often. The only problem with this man shed now, they've that many wee structures, they've run out of land now. And they start expanding, because that's where the wee tunnels are. Now they start expanding it that way. And there's 2 wee puppies, thank you. What's the wee puppies thanking them for? Oh, they poop, you scoop, thank you. Oh, well, we did scoop, didn't we? We are doing our scooping. Come on, this way now, Pet. Now, the men might start arriving, Pet. You only do that early in the morning. Wee padlock on it, but it's not locked like. But even if you wanted to build something in your garden, look at that there, like. Look how the wee roof's done. If you're thinking of building something in your own house, you would copy some of these techniques. Yeah, that's a simple frame there. That there would be nice and light to lift up. So they're not using big enormous timbers. They're using screws. I'm not a fan of screws. Screws can snap. I'd have nailed that. Nails don't snap. But like chunky posts, that's a nice wee structure there, nice sheltered with the trees. If you did that in your driveway, the wind would probably blow it over. Because there's no sideways, you know, one pushes sideways like. I've always fancied trying to build a pitched roof. If I build a shed, it's always a flat roof. I like the idea of building a pitched roof. They haven't bothered trying to seal the top of that. The light's shining through. You get the idea how you do it. Come on now, honey. Because stuff like that there looks nice. Wee shelter, hang your clothes up on. Definitely the trampoline idea is a good idea with these arches. And the wee tunnel. Now a lot of wee warning signs. Not allowed no alcohol in here. Now we wouldn't have allowed to drink alcohol. And children's players, children must be supervised by a responsible adult. The management, like it's retired out folk like the management. It's all to do with the wording wall. Not up here, well. £40, must be selling dog kennels. So they must make and sell dog kennels. That's how they raise the money for all the projects. There's no way doing dog kennel, Pet. No do it. I couldn't put you in a kennel. They're an old wheel. That's probably original wheel from the site. Oh, wee gateway, well, wee gateway. That's the car park. Yeah, we'll find a shortcut. What the wee car over there in the shade? Come on now, well. Oh, that's a good. Need a bun now, well. Come on, you over here, honey. See, you keep her in the shade, nice and cool. You get a wee drink of water now, well. I'll bring the bowl out, she might drink before she jumps up. Oh. Wee drink of water now, honey. Want a wee drink of water? Wee drink of water. She's not even going to snuff it. She's not even going to snuff it. I need to put the top on that pet before we drive off, the place will be soaked. Up you go, honey. What I do with the top, the wee bolt lid is that. There's a wee non-spill bolt. It does work like, but it's a handle to clean. If you get a wee bit dirt, you can't tip it out. You need to dismantle it. Not fully charged yet. There's a wee cemetery. It's only about 3 minutes down the road from the caravan. It's got disabled toilets in it. I don't see an outdoor water tap. You think they have an outdoor water tap? The wee toilets are clean. They just have a gate at the front. One wee sink, touch free, modern. Soap, hand dryer, urinals, PVC windows, stainless steel pipe, stainless steel hinges, so it's all quality stuff. Vertical, automatic sensor, so it's all modern. Light sensor, should have boxed that in. It's all modern.